Hey guys, I'm just really quickly going to run through how you do a time warp transition. Now it's really important when wanting to do a time warp and transition that you actually shoot for it rather than just try and figure out how to do it in post. So often what I'll do as a little tip is I will just, when I'm shooting handheld, say if I'm getting a product shot or just any kind of shot really, then I just grab my camera and just before I stop hitting record, once I've finished my shot, I'll just move it away in some kind of interesting way. And then that means that when I get to the edit, if I want, I can then play with that and see if something cool can come out of it. So I'll just crack straight on with it. So what you want to do is you want to get both of your two clips into After Effects. As always, make sure that they're graded and then create a composition. What I'm actually going to do with this first clip here is I actually shot it in 50 frames a second, but I'm going to output it to 25, which means that I can actually slow-mo it by 50%. Now the way to do that on After Effects is to click on the layer, then go up to the top, hit layer, hit time, and hit time stretch. You're then presented with this little box, and what I want to do is I want to slow it down 50%, so actually it's a factor of 200. So I chuck 200 in, and you can actually see that in the clip length, it has now doubled. Hit OK, and boom, there you go. I've got my slow-mo clip. But that's not all I want to do here. What I also want to do is create an interesting transition with the motion that I've then got on the end of that clip. So the way I'm going to do this is, again, I'm going to select the layer, I'm going to go up to the top, hit layer on the drop down, go onto time, and enable time remapping. Now you can see that it's actually created these two keyframes right at the end of the clip. And if I move the position of the keyframes, it will then determine how much it speeds up or speeds down. But I don't want to affect the whole clip. So what I want to do is I want to scrub along to the point where I want to start the time ramp. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to set a keyframe. This means that anything before the keyframe won't be affected by this, and it's all still playing back at the same speed. Now I want to speed up the end of the clip, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go grab the keyframe right at the end of the clip, and I'm going to move it along left for roughly the duration I want the speed ramp. And now you can actually see that now I've speed ramped it and it's moving really quickly right once it hits that point. What you can do is select both of these and ease in and ease out if you want to, but to be honest, I actually don't want that for the effect. I want the effect to be really sudden. Now, the last thing to do is now you can see that it's actually just repeating the last frame for the duration of the layer. So I'm just going to move the end of the layer along to the end of the transition so that it's not just constantly playing one frame, because to be honest, that's not the most pretty thing we want in our videos. And now you can see that actually, because I've now offset the clip below it, that now it has this kind of really interesting effect where it whips around and it looks really crazy and you can't really tell what's going on, and then it cuts. And it's just a more interesting, more creative transition than just your simple hard cut. And there you go, it's all done. I hope you learned something there. We will be doing more of these videos in the coming future, so make sure to hit like and subscribe to keep up to date with the channel.